The Iowa caucuses are tomorrow night, and the polls point to a close race in both parties. Who will win depends on turnout. So the candidates in both parties are scrambling to get out their vote. Bernie Sanders, trailing by 3 points in the latest polls in Iowa, needs a big turnout for a win. So does Donald Trump. Despite all of the TV ads and caucus preparation, only 1 in 6 Iowans will show up. Even Ohio Governor John Kasich skipped Iowa and is campaigning in New Hampshire tonight. NBC4's Mike Jackson joins us live from Des Moines with details on why Kasich is a no-show. Mike, how do voters in Iowa feel about our governor?
It's very interesting, Candace, and just on the tails of what you just mentioned, 15% of the voters here are still undecided. So this race is certainly up for grabs on either the Democratic or the Republican side. John Kasich, as you mentioned, a no-show. He's focusing his efforts on New Hampshire. But still, voters here in Iowa had some pretty interesting things to say about Ohio's governor. Chris Draper is a married father of 4. He's very politically active. He enjoys the Midwestern values and is undecided on the eve of the caucus. Have you ever heard of John Kasich?
Yep, yeah.
What do you think of him?
I think that when you look at the Republican, I'm actually a registered Republican, and so when you're looking at that field, he's probably, to me, the one who has the most experience on that side. And I think when you're looking at the options that I see for an executive leader, he's probably one who definitely had a bit of a rough start in Ohio. But I think that when you're looking at the options on that side, I have a hard time seeing who actually has more experience to do the right thing when it comes down to it.
You say you've made up your mind. Have you ever heard of John Kasich?
No, I haven't.
He's the governor from Ohio. He's a candidate as well.
I have heard nothing of him.
Have you ever heard of John Kasich?
I have.
What do you think of him?
I really don't know anything about him, to be honest with you.
And you know, the sad part, Candace, is 15% undecided. That's a higher poll number than what Kasich has received. As we mentioned before, he is trending much stronger in New Hampshire, in second place in many of those polls. Live from the Iowa caucus in Des Moines, Mike Jackson, NBC4.
And don't forget, NBC4 is your place for politics. NBC4's Mike Jackson continues our coverage from Des Moines before tomorrow's caucuses begin. Mike will have live reports all day tomorrow on air and online at NBC4i.com as campaign 2016 kicks into high gear.